Britain's network of CCTV cameras catches us on the move more than 70 times a day. In theory, we should be feeling safe and secure, but one police force says the reality is very different. The Crime Commissioner for Dyfed Powys Police in Wales is considering stopping the live monitoring of CCTV cameras. That's after a report found little evidence that CCTV deters crime, particularly alcohol and violent-related incidents. Many existing public CCTV systems cannot produce images acceptable in court, and the removal of CCTV did not result in a significant rise in crime or antisocial behaviour. It could mean the police force, which covers an area more than half the size of Wales, would have no monitored CCTV cameras. The network in the UK is one of the largest in the world. Estimates suggest there are close to 5 million in operation. But as forces look to save money, that number could soon be drastically reduced. Philippa Thompson, Good Morning Britain.
Well, Christopher Salmon is the Police and Crime Commissioner for Dyfed Powys in Llanelli and joins us now. Very good morning to you. There you are in front of the CCTV cameras, presumably in the monitoring station. What is the point of having the cameras if you're not going to be monitoring them?
Well, the report that we're discussing today was commissioned as a result of some concern in parts of Dyfed Powys, where local authorities have decided to switch off the CCTV. So I commissioned this jointly with those authorities to see where CCTV was best used. And what the report says is that, makes very clear, is that it is useful to some extent in improving detections of crime and in securing convictions, but it's not particularly effective in preventing crime or antisocial behaviour. And there is no case for the live monitoring of CCTV. So as a result of this report, which is informing the decisions we're making, is all about how we ensure that every pound we spent is spent where it's most effective. So I'm going to stop contributing to the live monitoring of CCTV. It will be for the councils who own and run the CCTV itself to decide what to do with the cameras themselves. So what are you going to do with the extra money then that you're going to save from not now monitoring the live CCTV footage? Well, the choice is, as you know, we have a limited amount of money and we have to make sure that where we're spending it is spent most effectively. And the public in Dyfed Powys, and of course this is a report about Dyfed Powys, it's very large, the largest geographical area in England and Wales, and a very rural force. The public tell me very clearly they want visible police officers who are there and with a strong relationship with their local communities, and that's how we prevent crime. So we've increased the number of officers on the streets, 30 extra rural officers this year. We've also invested in IT, which we estimate will give us around 100,000 hours extra out of the officers we already have in the next year.
OK, let's talk about an issue which is making the headlines this morning, which is kind of relevant to this, which is about street lighting. One of the ways that councils are being thought to save money is if they switch off or dim street lights between certain hours overnight. And an enormous amount of concern that actually that can have an impact on crime, perhaps risk more crime. Is that something that you're concerned about as a crime commissioner?
Yes, I am concerned about it. Actually, one of the councils turned off their street lighting before I was elected here, and it's something that is a concern. There is evidence to connect the use of street lighting with crime prevention. I think the important thing here, though, is that decisions are best made at a local level by councils who know their area best, and that they're able to focus the money they're spending on street lighting where it's most effective, provided that's done in close consultation with the police in the area. Then obviously it's a decision that councils will have to make. But I think the important thing is that there are channels of communication, and those channels are kept open between the police and the local authorities.
As a crime commissioner and covering such a big area, you would say, presumably, don't turn off the lights because that could lead to more crime.
Well, broadly, there is a connection between lights and preventing crime. That doesn't mean that everywhere lights are successful. You need to focus your efforts, clearly. So where councils are facing those sorts of pressures, the important thing is that they talk to their local police forces and are able to identify what the likely impact are. There are certainly parts of mid Wales where I think there are lights which are maybe not necessary, and they're put up largely because there was money available when they were put up. That money, as we now know, is not so available. So we have to make sure that we're focusing those efforts where it's most effective. And there are other areas, of course, where it's vital we keep streetlights up, and that's a